Hello, welcome to this lecture video. So I'm Teacher Melai and let's talk about sampling technique. So if you watch the first video or the previous video about data management, particularly data, so we talk about the different methods of collecting data and followed by determining sample size. So aside from that, after you have decided what methods to use to collect your data and you also computed for the value of your sample size, what sampling techniques will you consider for you to now gather your data? So in this video, we are going to talk about the different sampling techniques. So we actually have two major type of sampling techniques. That is the probability sampling techniques, which is also called random sampling because it involves a random selection. So here, it is used to avoid the bias because each of the member of the population are given equal chance to be selected as one of the respondents of the study. Unlike for non-probability sampling techniques, for non-probability sampling, so you do not use random selection. So the sampling techniques is based on, it can either be based on the purpose, based on the convenience, and based on the quota of the researcher. So first, let us discuss the different probability sampling techniques. So we have the first one, the simple random sampling. For the simple random sampling, so this is the simple random sampling, we can actually make use of different methods also here. And we treat the sampling technique as one group. So the whole population is considered as one group. And we can gather the data, or rather we can select the sample. It can be based on lottery method. It can also be with the aid of random numbers and also use of systematic random sampling. So what's the difference between these three? So let us show that. So in the first one, in lottery method, what we are actually doing there is you can just come up with a list of names of the whole population if it is available. So what you need to do is to come up with the list, and you have to place the names in the pieces of paper. So let's say Maria, Anna, and these papers will be dropped inside a jar where you need to mix the jar. So there would be a pieces of papers here with names. You have to drop it, and then you just need to pick a papers or the pieces of paper which corresponds to the number of your sample size. And the name now that will be picked inside the jar will be the respondents of the study. So that is what we call as the lottery method. So if you are joining raffle draw, it's similar to that. Next, what if you're going to use random numbers? So for random numbers, so of course it means that you're going to need random numbers. So what you need to do is to assign numbers first to your respondents. And after assigning numbers, you can use your calculator, and in your calculator, you can find the symbol run number, which will generate different numbers. So maybe we could try to see if we can find a run number calculator, figure of calculator here. Okay, so images, this one. So if we will use a calculator, you can find, so let's check here so that you can see what I am talking about. Where is the run number? So for this calculator, for instance, so it's actually here. So it's encircled. It's usually in the point run number. So what is generated using that? So if you're going to use the run numbers, it will give you different numbers. That's why it's called random number. So let's say, for example, I am using my calculator right now. So I'll just click shift run number because it is in a second function. It's in the color yellow. So this is my calculator. So you have here the run number. Where is it? This one. It's in the run number. Okay, so if you will just click shift because it's in yellow, run number and then equal sign, it will give you different numbers. So using my calculator, what are the generated numbers? 0.319, 0.347, 0.982, 0.599, and 0.785. So in using this, you can just, for instance, consider if you only have 20 respondents or 20 population and you need to pick 5 numbers, that's why you have here, you generated 5 random numbers here. How will you use it? First, after assigning numbers, you also need to assign a rule. You can assign a rule or you can just simply use this, like for example, using the last 2 digits, alternately last 2 digits, first 2 digits, last 2 digits, first 2 digits, last 2 digits, and so on. So here, for example, last 2 digits it's 19, first last digit is 7, last 2 digits is 72, but it is of course not within 20. First digits and last 2 digits is 85. So it is your option now to change for this number. So it means that number 19, number 7, number 9 will be included in the study, and you can continue using your random numbers so that you will generate the next respondent. So here I have 0.011, number 11 is included, and then 0.262, number 2 is included. So who will be the respondent? So number 19, number 7, number 9, number 2, and number 11. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sample size. So that's how to use random numbers using your calculator. Or if not, you can also set like rules for you to use these numbers. Like what if you want to add the first 2 digits? So that is 3 plus 1 is equal to 4, and then adding it also to the last digits plus 9, so it's equal to 13. So number 13 respondent is included in the study. So who will set your rules? The researcher will set you have to set your own rule. Or if you do not like to make it a very complicated, to come up with a very complicated rules, then you can just simply consider the first digit, the second digit, the third digits, and all other different ways for you to come up with the numbers. So I consider here the first and second digits only because the number of population is 20. But if, for example, the number of respondent, or rather the number of population is 1,000, so I might consider the whole 3 digits, like considering, for instance, 0.319, so it's 319. 0.347, 347, 982, 982, 0.011, number 11. So it can be that the respondents, in case that I have 1,000 population, is that 319, 347, 982, and number 11, and so on. For the rest, we have 599, 785, and 262. So that is how to use a random numbers using your calculator, just to emphasize it again. Or aside from that, you can also use your Microsoft Excel. So this is the Microsoft Excel. So I have here, for instance, a set of numbers that corresponds to my respondent. It's respondent 1 to 36. So what you need to do, so I already placed here, is to click run the function is equal to, so this one. So can we still make this bigger? Let's consider so that you can see it. So let's make it larger rather. Okay. So here I can set, so the formula is this one. So 0 rand between open parentheses. A1 is that the bottom is the lowest number. A36 is the highest number or the top. A1 to A36 and then equal sign. So if you notice, every time I click the equal sign, it will generate you different numbers. So it will change. Or you can just drag this, which depends on the number of corresponding. But wait, we have to, so let's remove this first. So instead of encoding it again one by one, because of course when we drag it, the number of a cell is also changed, we can actually use dollar sign. Okay, so number 26, number 11. So we have here the different random numbers. So for example, 10. So who will be the 10 respondents? So number 15, number 10, number 36, 15, 11, 18, 31, 26, 27, and 25. This is using random numbers and Microsoft Excel. Or also, you can consider Microsoft Excel in the internet. So we actually have a lot of sample size, or rather random number generators here. You just need to search that in the internet. So actually here, when you click that, you can already find here this one. You just need to place the minimum and maximum. So for instance, 1 to 100, and then just click generate. So number 20 will be your respondent. So click generate. Number 9, number 78, number 92, number 40. So it will give you random numbers. Or if you want to consider the second one, so it can also give you random numbers. So we have here another site. So let's look for random numbers. Mm. So it's another, let's consider another one. This one, next. How about this? Okay, so how many random numbers do we need? For instance, only 10. What is the minimum value? 1. What is the maximum? For example, 100. Allow duplicate, false. So we cannot duplicate, calculate. So if you click this, So let us see what will it give us. So this is using online